start with you, Mr. Nabena. Now, all eyes are on Rivers State, anticipating the return of Governor Simlai Fubara. And some people say the prolonged suspension has tamed Governor Fubara and shifted political momentum in favor of his political godfather, that is the Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike. Do you agree with this?
Let me put it this way. First of all, let me say that the suspension, I think, has brought a little, the tension has come down in Rivers State, because I'm there in Port Harcourt, so I'm seeing what is happening. But it also has its disadvantage, in the state. So you all know that Fubara is the FCT minister's boy. We like it or not, that is the reality of it. Fubara wouldn't have been on his own. And even up to now, he cannot still stand on his own. So he still needs his godfather's, his boss. He still needs his boss' political structure. You understand? In politics, if you don't have the structure and your alliances, there's no way you can operate. So I think there are people saying that they are right. That's to an extent. But the president have tried to make sure that, look, what I have done, I've brought peace in Rivers State, and which is true. There is peace in Rivers State, but it also has...
Okay.
We seem to be having a challenge over there. Now, let's come to you with this question. She just talked about Governor Fubara. Would you say that 6 months, after 6 months of emergency rule in Rivers State, and with the crisis we had before the emergency rule, that the stage is set for Governor Fubara to return and sail smooth with governance?
Oh, yeah, well, I appreciate the line of your question. A lot of people would argue and try to talk about spilled milk on what led to his suspension. But the previous speaker made something very important, talking about how there's peace and stability now. Now, we'll leave whatever led to it to constitutional scholars to see that our politicians do not have political overreach and focus on making progress. So now that Governor Fubara is coming back, has he lost focus? Is his focus going to be what it is? Is he going to focus on national unity first, or unity within the state to bring everybody back on board? Those that were together with him before and those that were his adversaries. In governance, the mistake we make in this country is we see governance as a position of power instead of something that allows you to be of service to the public. If you are a leader that is of service to the public, you realize that you don't listen to the whirlwinds around you. You focus on making life better for the people. So my take on this is that what led to it, I may not agree with it because I didn't think there was unrest in Port Harcourt at that time. But you do not, if you want governance to continue, you do not micromanage your successors. So Wike, the Honorable Minister of FCT, is a good guy. He's doing fantastic in Abuja, in the FCT that we are now. It's kind of transforming things in terms of roads. But to micromanage your successor, I think, is a government overreach. There should be better ways to address it. Fubara is a grown man that has understudied Wike and worked with the Honorable Minister for some time. Let him do his job. And if he's going, some people are distortionists. They have the right to say, instead of doing this way, let us do it that way. But most importantly, Fubara should come, put everybody on board, and then commit to state unity and then national unity.
Well, you heard Mr. Nabena, who is based in Rivers State, say that Fubara is Wike's boy and it will be difficult for him to shift off the shadows of Wike. Now, if the balance now tilts towards Wike, what does this say about, Fubara's independence and also in the long term, his political future? What do you think this how do you think this will impact on his political future? And again, do you think that things can return to normal in Rivers State?
Well, I think from my experience and what I know about Governor Fubara, His Excellency, I think he's able to return things to normal. He has the capacity, he has the wit. He is able to engage people from different parts. I don't think he's a party-centric person. He's more of a governance-centric person. And so to say my view about him being able to stand on his own without relying so much on his godfather, I would say this is a bad precedent for you to have an executive governor answerable to someone else who is occupying another position in the country, or even if the person is a kingmaker. If we want as a country to make progress, then our governance has to go beyond being self-servient to certain people. It has to be about the masses. So I want to implore the Honorable Minister. He has already made his point, and everything has tilted towards his favor because he called the shot ultimately. The lawmakers in the House of Assembly and the Senate made it possible. The President also made it possible. But when there's one precedent, this is going to happen another time. And another state might not take it lightly. Another state, there might be serious violence and unrest. People should not make the mistake of thinking the sole administrator brought peace. No. The sole administrator only was able to satisfy what the political godfather, make no mistake, we all need godfathers. But a good godfather will allow his godson, before you make your godson get to that position, you must have been sure he understood it you must have ticked some check boxes. Yes, people change, but ultimately, what is the shared vision? Is it aligning or not? It shouldn't be about my popularity or your popularity. It should be about what is better for Rivers State, what is better for the people who are governing.